And come on in, come on in. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, y'all? Come on in, grab your seats. Um, hit the like button, please. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. I'm just coming in for a minute. I'm just coming in to do my uh I'm probably not gonna come on tomorrow because I know it's gonna be a whole bunch of people going live and stuff. And I am going to church with my parents at 12 noon. Hey Tarsha, hey Tarsha. And hey Nia. I am going to my own service. So tomorrow is going to be a full day. So I said, hey, let's go ahead and do this now. Um so I'm here. So I just wanted to talk about a few things that's been going on. A few, like 2025 has just been like crazy. Um, like it's just been crazy. Hey, Valedictorian, how are you, dear? Um, and it's just, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole. I'm really just it's just been so much. Oh my God. So I was thinking about a whole bunch of stuff and I was like, I'm gonna do a live. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to my good new AI BFF and let them say some things so it won't be like I'm saying it in my words. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I did. I decided to let my new best friend put summarize this stuff so it won't feel law, you know, like I'm being like I'm choosing sides and all of that stuff. So you're cute in that hat. Oh, thank you. Listen here. I've been indoors for a minute with this little food poisoning stuff. So I went outside today and I said, oh, the devil is a lie. So of course I'm a rep the D as always. So yep, this is my gas station hat. It's keeping my head warm because it is cold outside. Okay. And I mean cold. Hit that like button if you have not already. Um, I don't have no goals or no stuff like that. It's the holiday time and I dare not ask for anything. But if you want to, boom, it's sitting right there. Cash App is sitting right there. And of course the super chats are there. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Um, so my friend, pulled up some things and I'm going to tell you what my friend has said about some of this stuff that's been going on. Um so we've all seen the back and forth. I can't even say back and forth cuz it's pretty much been. Here's the thing. If you talk about me, whether I'm a prophet or usher, I have the right. Anyone has the right to defend themselves or make clear whatever Some people do it, some people don't. Some people feel like they want to, some people feel like they don't have to. And everybody, as a grown person, has the right to do what it is that they want to do. Correct? What's going on, Candace? So, how do I say this? Boom, here we go. Your truth and your feelings is just that. Your truth and your feelings. No one can tell you how to feel. No one can tell you how to react because no one, if you're not in that position or those are not your shoes, you don't know how you would react. You don't know what you would say. You don't know what you would do. Um, as for me, I like clarification on everything. I don't like going in speculating, guessing, what ifs, what does, whatever. I don't do that. So with that being said, everything that I thought this trip, and I really hate to keep talking. This I'm gonna talk about it because in 2026, this part I will not be talking about again. So I'm gonna get it all off of here. I'm gonna raise it all up off of here today. Because after this, I'm I'm so over it. I'm so over it. I'm so tired of the stories. And I'll say it like this. It's content. It is. It's content. But at the same time, how many times are we going to talk about it? How many? How many times do we have to say, no, that wasn't that. No, that wasn't that. No, that's what, that's like talking to a toddler. And at this beautiful age of 51, I'm not a toddler. So I've decided I'm not going to keep reiterating the same thing. Will not, won't. I don't do that. I don't, I don't do that. So promises. If someone promises me that I'm going to make a certain amount of money, or I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. If it's something small, it can happen just like that. If it's something right now, just like that. When it is something that carries longevity or something that carries weight, it takes a while to get there. And if I'm not willing to follow the process or even start the process, how then can I say it didn't work or the promises that were made were not met? Um Now, if I am expecting something different, then yeah, that can happen. It most definitely can. So when going into business, you have to go in with the mind that nothing is going to happen overnight. Nothing successful happens overnight. Nothing. Nothing. It doesn't happen the first time. It doesn't happen the second time. It doesn't happen the first year. It doesn't happen the second year. Sometimes you don't even see anything back from it for about 3+ years. There's a process in everything. There's a process in everything. And if you're not willing to work, are you really ready to eat? Are you really ready to eat? If you want it quick, it's going to go quick. That's what my grandma always said. If it comes easy, it'll go easy. Nobody owes anybody anything. Um, don't nobody owe me nothing. My mama don't even owe me nothing. Nobody owes me anything. Um, but I'm the type that if I come to you with something, either we can work at something or I can do something to, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe because I'm a 70s baby. I just think different. I just think different. But I'm gonna let my friend tell you what what the meanings behind some of the things that was said. Um okay, so one of the points was he was the victim of betrayal. Um he cannot accept responsibility. So he accuses everyone else. Um he feels threatened. There are people reporting back. Um, it's called protective displacement. This helps him rally his loyal followers. Because I don't want people, I'm not I don't want it to be because when you're a part of something, then people say that you're biased and you're my AI friend ain't biased. My AI friend is not biased. Um Now, when you talk about something that nobody else has talked about, nobody else has thought about, you have to be prepared for what comes behind that. This is no dig. This is no nothing. Nobody can talk about something that they don't know about. So when people go into speaking of it, I'm trying to say this without. This is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it here about this one. If you feel a certain type of way, make that your feeling, not everybody else's. I wasn't given the promise of millions. I was told that there is a way to do better. And I can say with some of the tools that I have used thus far, I'm monetized without 1,000 subs. So I can't say nothing has worked. I can't say that the trip did nothing. I just can't. To each his own. But yeah, no. So now that went into content creators covering it. So I asked my good AI best friend to break down this other content creators I asked my new AI best friend to summarize this. And this is what my good friend said. My good friend said there were 3 positive points and 3 negative points. The 3 positive points really shocked me. Kind of, sort of. Recognition of accomplishments. This person acknowledged some of the other content creators' achievements and contributions. Even though they're biased, this point shows that I don't know why it kept calling this person a she, but it did. She can recognize results objectively at times. Number 2 was the acknowledgement of skill or talent. She may have mentioned areas where he excelled. This can be seen as a nod to his abilities, even if it's framed negatively or with sarcasm. So, really, you like this person, but you want to frame it a different type of way. Um, Bringing attention to public impact. How or why? This content creator highlights the creator guy's influence or public presence. While it may be part of criticism, it inadvertently points out his reach or effectiveness. So it's kind of one of them, you keep throwing shade, but because this person is talented and skilled, it's kind of like a underhanded compliment. So these are the 3 negative points. Much of her critique focuses on personal traits rather than objective actions. This is where her vendetta comes in. It's not constructive, it's emotional. Overemphasis on mistakes or failures. She highlights failures disproportionately, making them seem larger than they really are. This exaggeration is typical when someone has a personal grudge. This ain't me talking. Okay? This here is my new best friend saying this. this this my new best friend saying this. She assumes intentions or motivations behind the guy's actions without clear evidence. This is where the critique shifts from observation to judgment rooted in bias. I'm going to let that sit there. I didn't say that. I agree, but I didn't say it. So if someone who has absolutely nothing to do with this says this, what? Thank you for the cash app, my love. What does that say? What is that? What does that say? Everybody ain't lying, boo. Here's my thing. What's up, Shardy? Here's my thing. In 2026, can we stop? Can we stop? This is what I mean about gaslighting. If AI can say that these stories are exaggerated, meaning that this person has a personal grudge. That's what it, I wish I could show it to you and blow it up. I'm not about to upload it, but that's what it says. The critiques shift from observation to judgment rooted in bias. You're biased about this, so you can't even give a real critique about it. Take yourself out of it and then do it. Stop gaslighting the people to make them think this stuff is really more than what it really is because you don't like the person. Everybody do they show the way they want to. They do, I do man the way I want to. But at the end of the day, all is lying and oh, and it's coming and you gonna get stop. Can we stop? Can we not do this in 2026? Can we really like leave this here? What's today? If you got today and tomorrow to get all of this out, just go ahead. Just get it on out. Get it, do it today and tomorrow, and let's leave this crazy gaslighting foolishness in 2025. How they mad at that man for not loaning out 20K within the first month of meeting them. I don't care what somebody did for somebody else. I don't want to be like nobody else. I want to be like me. So if my path takes longer or if my path takes this route, then that's the route I'm willing to take because that's my path. I don't want to be like somebody else after seeing where they path went. So I watched you crash into a wall, so I'm gonna go that way and crash into a wall too. Nah, bruh. No, no, no. I don't want it. I don't want nobody else's path but mine. How do, don't try to shift somebody else's perspective of someone because you have a disdain for them. That's high school, middle school, middle school. As grown people, we don't do that. For every no, there's three yeses. What's up, Inspired? How are you, hon? Inspires in the house. Mm. But seriously, that don't And something else I want to say. I'm gonna get all of this out before 2026 because again, I'm not taking this in there. When something happens to somebody else that you don't like, that ain't God doing that for you, ma'am, sir. That ain't that how do we keep glorying in people's downfalls? How do we do that? Your maturity will pay off, Sean. Just stay the course. I'm glad you stay out of that other person's grudge. I don't have nothing to do with that. Nothing. Hello, Valentine, baby. There is no same feelings, there's no same thoughts, there's no same nothing, there is no nothing, there is not no, I'm gonna say it again, no. And until I say either through live video, short, air signal, a hot air balloon, smoke in the until I say different, y'all don't even have to ask me. You don't even have to wonder. I wonder if Sean. No, I appreciate the inboxes, the DMs. I appreciate the concerns, but nah, ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. All of this be what what biddings? I've never been asked to do anything. There's a person that we don't talk about. I don't know why it's saying being said that we do. Maybe these are some other conversations that I'm not privy to. Because it sure wasn't the focus at the think tank. I said it. And here's another thing. When you listen to stuff the wrong way, you gonna take stuff the wrong way. And and to the I don't even want to call them bone carriers. To you that take stuff back to people, please take it back in the right context. If you can't repeat it word for word verbatim, record it. Send them the clip. Let them know what was said exactly and how it was said so that people won't get upset, so that people won't feel a certain type of way, so that people won't because when you take stuff back wrong, then it comes off to the other person is wrong. And then they have this like stop doing that. We grow why has YouTube become the kindergarten playground? That's that's what I want to know. When did we get here? If you're gonna go back and say that somebody was talking about somebody was musty, take it back in the right context. Take it back like it was said. Now you got people all upset about something and feeling a certain type of way and saying certain things, when if you had taken it back the right way or said the right things, some of this stuff wouldn't even be. Let's just call the thing a thing. Let's just call the thing a thing. You took it back wrong. It blew up. Now here we are 4, 5 days later. Come on, man. That grown man already has a 80K judgment against him that he hasn't paid on yet. Why on earth would he be upset that Bishop didn't want to give him thousands? I can't speak for nobody. Everybody don't do the same thing. Would somebody, I would done something a little different, but I just don't want to be in it. I just don't want to be in it. I just don't want to be in it. Because that's not how I feel. I'm going to talk to the babies like the babies because they acting like the babies. So I'm just going to talk like the babies. I don't want to be in that, mommy. I not want to be in it. Like, for real, it's so crazy, man. It's crazy. If you have not hit that like button, um, if you have not already, do you feel like you are in it? A little bit, I do. A little bit, I do. Because when you keep saying my name, it makes it as if we've talked. It makes it as if some people share the same feelings. Um, it makes it seem like it's like once they say about one person, it's like they loop us all in together. And I don't like that. Hey, Catherine. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. They want Sean to talk. They want Sean to down talk Bishop because they mad at him. Crazy behavior. I hope Jordan knows you ain't got ish to do with the drama. Um. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm like I said. I'm one of them that you put my name in it. I'm clearing my name before it even gets to the. I don't do that. I don't have nothing bad to say about him. I don't have anything to say. I don't. I don't have anything bad to say about him. Here's the thing. Was he on St. James show? Yes, he was. Clorinda, listen. It was talking about spiritual. It was spiritual. It was spiritual. It had nothing to do with, but whatever. Um I guess if you feel like if it hits you, you gonna feel a certain type of way, but it's a general statement. Because I have money, I don't have to give money to nobody. There are people, when you hit the lotto or the lottery for the millions, you start getting family members that you ain't heard from in yesteryears calling tonight some, hey, cuz, who is this? Because your number isn't even saved in my phone. So who is this? Because people have it, I don't care if it's the man or woman of God. Because someone has it does not mean that they owe it to you. I heard somebody say, well, as a man of God, he should have. Why? Why? Some people have money because they know how to manage their money. The ones who don't know how to manage their money, look at MC Hammer, a millionaire. But because people kept asking him, he kept taking care of people. Where is he today? Where is he today? Tyler Perry is getting sued right now. And until there is something that is evidence, and I mean concrete evidence, because that text message, no, no. Until somebody comes out with some hard, concrete proof, I feel like they're all money grabs. Why? Because what has somebody done to you that's worth 50 million plus dollars? I wait. So because you all wanted something and you didn't get it, now he's all of these things. Even if he was feeling on you, and while he was feeling on you, you was okay when you thought you were getting something. But the moment you didn't get something, now all of a sudden, oh, he touched me and I just died. Uncle Tim said, why would they bring up body odors? The immaturity is getting him nowhere. They didn't bring up body odors. Nobody said anything about body odors. The terminology that they were using, I guess the word musty made people, if you think, that's why we got to be thinking believers. That's why we got to be aware of stuff. Because when people say stuff, then you take it the wrong way. When you have personal vendettas against someone, it's easy for something like that to be taken out of context. It's easy to be taken out of context. What was this journey about for you? For me, I went because um I think that Bishop Manasseh, First Lady Deborah, um Bishop Joshua, um Katrina, I think all of those people, I liked them before I even went. I liked them before I even went. Um, when I read the books, um, they were knowledgeable. Um, I like talking to intelligent people. I love information. I absorb it. I take it in. I use it. I take out, if I get a big bucket of nuggets, I'm going to pick out the ones that don't work for me. And then those that do, I'm going to take them and apply them. What we were told is that we were going to have sessions and what they were going to be about. Um, hold on. Cause see, this is where I said I'm sick of the stuff, and I'm about to show you. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. Who was he calling musty? What did he mean by that? He called nobody musty. They were talking about spiritual funk, if you want to put it in better terms. They were using metaphors. They were saying like, if your spirit is musty, just like your body odor, if your breath stinks, everything is off. If your spirituality is off, then everything else is going to be off. It had nothing to do with calling anybody musty. Nobody. And you can go back to the St. James show. Hey Queen. St. James show and watch the full interview with Bishop Jordan and Prophet Manasseh, and you'll see um how it went. Nobody it there's here's the thing. There's more than one person that then lost a car. There's more than one person who's had to move. There's more than one person who's had debt. There's more than one person who's filed bankruptcy. So just because people are talking about it, don't always mean they talking about you. People think so much of themselves that every time someone speaks, they feel like they're talking about them. And they're not. They're not. So it was told that there was nothing set up. There was no structure. There was no nothing of source of things. And so yeah, yeah. This is what we got when we arrived. I don't know if you can see that. It has our name on it. We got a whole thing with the pen and things so that we could take notes and stuff. I didn't bring out everything, but this is the book that, oh, or did I? Yeah. They gave us pads and things to take our notes on. We have a book. Oh, it's upside down. We have a book. Um, and it gave us what we were going to be doing. Um, it all of these things. It gave us all of this. Instructions on how we were going to use, what we were going to use, content. These are all of the things that we were going to do. So when you say that nothing was set up for us to do, there was no structure, everything was thrown together. These are the things that we never got to. We never got to them because there were other issues. We didn't go there for therapy. Hey, Courtney. Nobody would, this was not therapy. Just because that's their business or their profession, they were not there for that. We didn't even know who they were or that was the capacity that they worked in until these conversations just kept coming and then and crying and all of these. Well, hell, they telling stuff. I'm gonna tell the truth. The crying sessions and back in the day, and we had to figure this out, and you have to clean up the mess in order to get to what you're going to do. If you go in messy, it's going to stay messy. So we had to clean up all of the other stuff so that we could get to this. All of these things. This is a whole. On top of that, we had like 4 or 5 books. Each thing was set out. Looks well planned out. Thank you, Clorinda. Spiritual hygiene. Not calling nobody, ain't talked about nobody, nothing. But again, when folks take stuff back wrong, and you already got a kind of then you gonna take it wrong. What was the thing you had to get past to move forward in this journey? Me? One of the things that I had to get over and get past was worrying about what people felt, worrying about whether what I had to say was important or not, wondering whether I had the setup, wondering whether um, what I was talking about made a difference. And I still haven't told my story. I still haven't really gotten into it. But after going through that session, while I was telling some stuff, they were looking at me like, whoa, whoa, why you just sliding past that? Why you don't think that's important? What? So as you can see, when I came back, I hit the ground running. Because I was in the process of moving to take care of my parents, there was a lot of things that I did not pay. I wasn't paying for StreamYard. I wasn't paying for, I had given my computer away to my neighbor's son because he was in college and I was trying to downsize as much as I could to get here. So everything that I was doing as far as YouTube and everything else, I was doing on my phone. And in that process, I was able to get a computer. My StreamYard is up. So I can't, hey, I can't, I can't share in anybody's feelings when I don't have them. Like it was even said, we have to have another meeting because the things that we were trying to get to, we never were able to get to. We were never able to get to. So you can't work something, you can't just start in the middle and start going. You can't do that to be successful. You just can't do it. I ain't never seen nobody start in the middle and be successful. You can't jump the gun. Because once you go and you find out that that's not what it really was, how do you come back? How? You really can't. Let me plug this. Like you really, really can't, honestly. That's because it's plugged up to two things. You just can't. So what we doing? I hope that answered your question. I mean, this is my last live of 2025. So if you want to ask me, you better ask me now. Because if you got anything to do with this in 2026, unless we go somewhere and do something, or unless we're doing a show, or unless I'm not talking about it because I'm tired of all of this. He said, she said, and I got this recording, but I ain't playing it. I got this tape, but I ain't playing it. I got this, but I ain't playing it. I don't want to hear it no more. If you ain't playing it, if you ain't showing the real texts, not screenshots, I don't want to see no more screenshots or nothing because you can alter anything nowadays with AI. So I ain't taking no screenshots. If it don't say such and such, I don't want to hear it. Keep it. I don't want to hear it. I don't. I'm tired of it. And this brings me to this. Hold on. What is this thing with going into people's private chats and bringing ish out publicly? Because if someone is paying for something and it's a private community, that's like going into a therapy session with somebody and then coming out and telling all of their personal business. What is wrong with y'all? Like, if you don't like a person, do something to that person. Don't. There's a difference between being shady and being vindictive. And some of y'all being very, very vindictive and then playing victim. Don't do shit to somebody else that you don't want done to you. If you don't want people telling what happened in your private shit, don't tell about nobody else's. That's wrong. It's weird. It is invasive. It is. Can we leave that in 2025? If you don't like somebody that much, even if somebody brings it to you, you should be grown enough, mature enough to say, don't bring me that. Don't bring me that. Now, if that's how you get your content, then you ain't gonna stop. But if you can do content, do the content. That pissed me off. Because when you talk to people in private, don't nobody have the right. I don't care who you are. I'm if I ever have something in my personal private chat discussed publicly, we gonna deal. And I mean for real. Because you don't create a safe place for people for some unhappy, jealous hearted, miserable person to come in. If it was supposed to be talked about publicly, it would have come out publicly. You don't have the right to take somebody else's personal business because you feel a certain type of way and bring it out into the public. That's a bunch of bull crap. Leave that in 2025. Do I still talk to the team? I don't know who this John Jr. I do every day. It's very unethical. I don't believe that anything on social media is private. When you pay your money for a paywall, that's what the thing is, base boy. People don't have integrity or respect. It doesn't have, when you pay for something, that's what you're doing. You're paying for privacy. That's just like in a club or uh 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 when you go in a country club, what happened? That's between you and your people that paid for it. Members only, Patreon, those are two different things. Those are two damn different things. Patreon is different than YouTube, in my opinion, but there will always be a breach if the cost is not higher to gain access. That's true, Tarsha, and it's terrible that you have to do stuff like that because everybody, especially in this economy, everybody is not making that money like that. Some people just don't have it. Some people are on fixed income. So $4.99, $5.99, $1.99, that's good. But when you have to raise the price to $29.99, $39.99 because you got intrusive, unethical, unintegral people, that's not fair. And you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. You just said, Courtney, I bet you Tasha K stuff behind her paywall is not leaked. Thank you. Thank you. That's the issue. There is no way to filter out the bad folks. Here's the thing. You want to be you like being the spy. That make you feel good to be in somebody's private chat and go like y'all need something to do. Y'all really need something to do. Now, are there people that I don't particularly care for that I watch? Absolutely. All the time, every day. Because somewhere in there is some good content. Now, when it started going all off into that other stuff, no, I don't do it. Some people will pay. Do you know what type of people you're dealing with? As far as what? You mean the people on YouTube that go on the private chats? You're so right about it. YouTube never did this when they came out. They didn't, Shardy. They didn't. It is sad but true. Oh, these people on you, yeah, but at some point, like, come on now. Hey, advocates for the truth. Like, Yeah, but now if you want to go into the members only, some that can be a little But when you're going into Patreon, that's supposed to be more protected than members only. And if you don't like a person, why? Why? Why are you wasting extra money on people you don't like? So you will have somebody else spend their money on people that you don't like to bring you back the information. And some information, if you have clear contact with somebody and you have a community of people that trust you and you trust them, and you talk about something that is private about somebody's health or somebody's like personal stuff. We ain't talking about music or who somebody slept with or something. That's different. When you're talking about people's health and mental health and stuff like that, when it's done privately, it should stay private. Have enough respect, have enough dignity for yourself. Have enough respect for people. Even if you don't like somebody, you it's nothing wrong with still having respect for them. How we grown. And then they say, well, I thought y'all was doing this in a more excellent way. I am. Because I'd have been cussed up a storm by now. There is no feelings in this. For some people, that it is, sweetheart. If you came to me and said something private that you didn't want shared out in the public and somebody got a hold to it and started talking about it, you would feel a certain type of way. You would feel a certain type of way. And you can't say that. You can't say that you wouldn't, because only a person without feelings wouldn't feel anything. People do it. It's a service they can pay for. The information is worth the money for them so they can make content and get cash apps to cover the cost. Well, that's dumb at other people's expenses. I think it's dumb. I think it's childish. I think it's petty. I think it's underhanded. I think it's so low vibrational. And if no one has done it to you, why do you do it to other people? You don't like you. How do you not? I don't have that much time. I don't have that much time to. I just don't. I don't have the time to dig up nobody's stuff. I don't have the time for. I just I have a friend. You have a friend. We all have friends. So nothing is private. I've been. I'm gonna say this, John. Whew. Because I told you I'm very smart. Okay. And before I take off, before I take off, that's not true. Because if that was the case, then I know doctors and nurses. So if they were to tell me somebody else's business that is supposed to be confidential, and that's how you feel, then you may be one of those. You just may be one of those. Hey, Courtney. Whew, Jesus. You don't want to do that because John not gonna hit the link. Not. I am sure media outlets do this a lot to get personal information. Yeah, but if it's credible, but ain't none of y'all produce nothing credible. You ain't produced nothing credible. Nothing. Nothing. All you've told is your feelings. You ain't said you saying you releasing private stuff shows your character. Courtney, you see this? Courtney? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Next time she answers that, base boy, it's gonna be a different answer. For narcissistic people, they don't care. They don't. And that's the thing. Narcissistic victims. How do you do that? But soon as somebody clap back, then it's a problem. Because I promise you. Yes, we are, Tarsha. We are. We got it's coming. You've been looking for about 2 weeks. I see. They not. I promise you they not. This word is being used too much. What word? A narcissist? Low vibrational? Unintegral? For sharing people's personal stuff? Oh, okay. It's being done too much. People have been asking me for Courtney's channel as well. Courtney? Absolutely. Hold on. That you sure can. You surely can. You never have to ask. Say, drop that link, Sean. I got you. Social media is a very fertile ground for narcissists. It is. Because people feel like they it. I'm telling y'all, some people think more of themselves than they are. And here's the thing. Don't let your core base pump you up like you're known. That's some of the problems here on social media. People feel like because they're known on two or three platforms on social media that they are somebody. But then those of us who really have a name out here, those of us who has really done something, those of us who really have credits in movies and music and those things, we're nobodies. Oh, give me a break. I ain't never got to be social media famous because I've been known since I was 13. Okay. No accountability on social media with these behaviors. It's none. There's no accountability. But I'm gonna say this. I promise you, if I ever hear anything about me that I said privately, the next live that you do, I don't care who it is. Hear me and hear me good. If I ever, hold, let me take everything off the screen. Let me say it like this. Play with me if you want to. Hold on, Courtney, I'm coming. If I ever hear anything publicly that I discussed privately, whose ever page it is, your very next live, I will be hitting the link and we can talk about it like grown people. Play with Detroit if you want to.
My God.
Hey, Courtney girl.
I was not going to come up here, but because I'm always hitting somebody link.
It's okay.
Okay. So a few people have been, talking about me getting a YouTube channel. And this right here is part of the concern. I'm very concerned at what YouTube is turning into.
I don't
And my
understand it.
thing is this, it, some of it is very entertaining. And
It
this is
is.
what I come to YouTube for. I don't even watch too much TV like that. YouTube is TV for me. It's
Mhm.
entertainment, it's an outlet, it's an escape until it becomes too much. And that is my greatest concern outside of, other things I have going on. I can't and I've said this before. I can't react or respond sometimes how I would want to.
Oh,
I have
girl.
to keep it cute out here, right?
I oh,
So
they don't
that's
even.
the thing that troubles me. And although I would I feel like up here, unless you're like really topic based or niched, you can't help but discuss what you see, right? You can't help but talk about your opinion. And your opinion is often um people take it wrong. So
Yeah.
you may get up here and talk about something that you see and they take it wrong and sometimes they can go to the gutter with it. And that concerns me. So
Mm-hmm.
while I would love to start a YouTube page tomorrow, I really have to think and pray things through and be strategic because I don't just represent myself. I
Absolutely.
represent other entities, other people. So it's more involved than just myself. And if I feel like anything that I say is scrutinized, especially if it's private,
How do you? How, that's why it's private.
that
It
makes me sad. It
it's
don't
so
even make me
sad.
mad. It's beyond mad. It makes me sad because although I know, people say, hey, this is social media and nothing is really private, but people are paying their money for exclusivity.
Exactly. That's like being in a private club and nothing is private. What's the purpose of paying for privacy if it's not privacy?
Exactly.
Or if it's not private? How do we pay for privacy to go into this closed community to be able to let our hair down and relax? Because truth be told, there are some people who have jobs that
Mm-hmm.
they cannot. And if they're
Mm-hmm.
going into this private sector where they feel like, okay, I can say something here because I can't really say something there, and then it comes
Mm-hmm.
back out that that's not safe. That's just not. It's so I want to cuss like my grandma right now.
It makes me sad. It don't even make me mad anymore. It makes me sad. It makes me
It
sad because people are feel more comfortable behind the paid wall because everybody can't speak on a public platform like you just said. And um it just really makes me sad, especially the subject matter that was discussed. We prayed at the end. That's
that wasn't
how
told though.
but that's how non messy that situation was.
It wasn't messy at all. Like we literally prayed, but you so want this bad taste in people's mouth about this content creator that you would negate all of that. It was
So
presented like it was being messy and it wasn't.
no, not at all.
It
And it makes
wasn't.
me, it really makes me sad. It grieves me. Um,
That you would come out and
yeah.
and publicly bring something that sensitive out. That's not right. I don't care what nobody say. It's not right. You can come back at me if you want to. It's not right. And that goes for anybody because not just one person.
I
I've
know.
seen it on a couple. And that's not right.
Base
And if
boy
you're
70.
paying
Oh,
your
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
hold on. It was something that nice is nice. Hello, love. Did somebody say something about you in a private chat? Not that I know of yet, but I'm gonna say again. Try it. Please do. What was you gonna say, babe? I'm trying to get to the comments. They're going so fast.
Go back to base boy. Um, I'm looking at it from my TV, so I'm probably a little delayed. But he said something about it depends on the content,
There you go.
something. Okay. I gotta wait
It
for it
de-
to
all
get
it
to
all
me.
depends on what content you do. Also, you
No,
can turn not that one.
no, yes, that's it. I was gonna say, um, so I'm not a pro at YouTube, right? But I would think that you would want the engagement. So turning off the comments, uh, I don't know. Um, I'm not sure if that would serve a purpose.
No, we'll see. Hold on. Well, let's welcome the prophetess.
Hi,
And
Tarsha.
hey y'all, how y'all doing on this evening? Happy early new year.
I
Happy New Year.
know. No, see the thing about that is turning off the comments. When you're in a private chat, it's not the comments.
No, I think Base Boy is referring to like if I decide to do a YouTube channel and I just turn off the comments. I think the purpose of the YouTube is for
Yeah,
engagement,
you
right?
want the engagement. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you can always set up what you don't want to be said in your chat. They have that what words you don't want to be used and stuff like that. So there are ways that you can kind of cut down on a lot of stuff. But the problem is, let's say you come in tomorrow talking about purple balloons, and then it's taken the next day, like for the people who like purple balloons, you was being like, it's a lot. It's
it
just a
is a
lot.
lot.
You can't trust people to have integrity.
it makes me so sad. And Tarsha, I'm not trying to take up all the time. I'll let you speak. I was gonna say I was a not fan, but I supported. I would go around and support everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because at the time, I guess I was non-problematic. Um, I guess my opinion is may not be liked, right? And so it has in times past it has turned into something else because everybody has supposedly turned a new leaf or whatever. Um and that's my concern. I would get up here and I would legitimately, like I saw what happened with Cruiser. I'm like, see, that's what I'm saying. I My opinion will piss somebody off, and then here we are, and I would have to run away or I would have to retreat because I can't respond.
And see, that's the thing that people have to realize as grown people. Just because I don't agree with something you said or I discuss something that you said does not mean that I don't like you. I don't agree with what you said. That's it. That's it.
That's it. We don't know these people personally. I don't know anyone personally. I've created parasocial relationships, you know, but outside of that, it's not enough for me to like really have a disdain towards you as a person, whoever it is that I'm giving an opinion about, because I literally do not know you. And so, but opinions are oftentimes taken personally. And so all of that just gives me pause for concern. Go ahead, Tarsha.
Tarsha.
Hey, how are y'all doing? I like this conversation this evening. And, I was over here looking for my remote control.
Oh,
Tarsha. Was it a Roku remote?
No, it's a,
Oh,
I bought a new TV and I'm like, okay, I'm still trying to
oh,
learn how to work the remote control and I done already misplaced the darn thing.
oh.
But anywho, I was over here listening to your conversation. I think it's very important and very relevant because when you want to venture out into something new, right? I think this is the thing that for me, right, is unfair. So let's float this word as a balloon, unfair, right?
mm-hmm.
Some of the people who do this behavior, they have more subscribers, I'll say than myself, right? And it's almost like you're being singled out, and then people are going behind other people's paywalls and people are pulling private content from someone else's private community and making it public, and this is where for me it becomes a issue like Courtney just said, because it's not really also about the content creator who has, let's say, the private Patreon. The Patreon is also to protect the community so the community can go behind there and have discussions that they may not feel comfortable having out in the public, right? And so, what we have to understand here when it comes to this social media, everybody's not coming from the same, number one, mental mind frame. Some people have underlying mental, we're going to talk about it, underlying mental illness. Some people are having certain traumas that have not been healed. And so when they get on social media and they start a platform without getting certain traumas healed, that's the behavior that you see. Because, see, I'm a person, I get to the root because the behaviors that you're seeing is the fruit, right? And so these behaviors are the manifestation of unresolved trauma, unresolved issues. Because how crazy is it that you can dislike an individual that you do not know in real life? Right? Hi, just being so me. And so when I started my channel, just to give Courtney some encouragement, that was one of my main concerns. But then at the end of the day, what was my saving grace was, well, the worst that could always has already happened. I went viral and now everybody knows who I am. And so with that being said, I also have a full-time corporate career, right? And then I also own two businesses on outside of my career. And everything that I do, people are my lifeline is dealt with the perception of how people perceive me, right? So having a social media platform where I am going to be discussing controversial church news is totally out of the boundary of what I do in my private life to sustain my life, right? So my main concern was, well, how how will people, what if people in my career find my YouTube channel and they see me talking about all these crazy pastors, and then what if somebody from from my career sees my face on a thumbnail? And so God had to
Yeah.
show me that he has me covered because we have an assignment to do, right? And so then I also have children, I have a family. And this is where it becomes very uncomfortable when you have all these things going on. And on my channel, I do not discuss any of these content creators, right? I don't sit on my platform and have 2 or 3 hour powwows about a content creator that I don't like, because honestly, there's no way for me to dislike someone that I do not know in my regular day-to-day life, right? And so with that being said, when I thought about it, and I said to God, I said, God, well, people are going to talk about me, but what ends up happening is after a certain period of time, right? Like what Sean said, you may want to address people, but then at the end of the day, that cannot be your entire platform, because your platform has to have a message. Now, Courtney, there's so many different niches that God may call you to. It may not even be in this church gossip, church news sector. It may be a lifestyle channel where you're over there talking to women about lifestyle. Because when I did research, right, there's many sectors of YouTube where they really, no one even knows each other. They know of each other's platforms, but nobody's
Hmm.
having 4 and 5 lives about the next content creator over in the cooking channel section. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or over in the
They
hair
don't.
weave, the hair weave, a section of YouTube where all they do is review wigs all day.
Right.
So we have to weigh the balance. What type of content do you want to come out with? Now, yes, you may have been over here in the church sector, but that doesn't mean that's what God has called you to. You're a woman. Women have a plethora of things that we have need of, which is why I
Mhm.
even am now, my platform is shifting away from all of this stuff, because
This
it
is
really
it.
depends on the content attracts good or bad. So if you don't mind getting in the mess, go over to the church sector. It's always going to be mess. It's always going to be contradicted. And then on top of that, the subscribers have now become content, which I have found very interesting, because subscribers come to watch content creators. They didn't come to YouTube to become content. So that's
Hmm.
another dynamic that has been created. So what I would say to you, Courtney, just for advice, and also being a woman in the YouTube space who has created a channel and who has been dragged through the mud, you have to weigh the balance of, if you really want to do it, what type of content are you going to create? Because the type of content that you create is really where the adversary will lie.
This is
And
true.
that's what I wanted to say.
Tarsha, could you repeat that last part again?
I'm going to tell you something that one of my mentors said. Where your content lies, that's where the adversary will lie. So, meaning, how much warfare are you willing to go through?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not built for this. Everybody's not
Mm-mm.
built to be cussed out for 4 hours on a
No.
YouTube channel and
Yep.
then wake up tomorrow like nothing ever happened. So you know your level of warfare. You know your level of tolerance. If you know that you're not about that life, you don't have to be in that sector. You like I said, there's so many other things. I see so many other beautiful women on YouTube. They're in the Lord. They have there's one lady I think Cruiser introduced on her platform. She's doing bags. She's
Yep.
doing, you wear beautiful earrings. There's a lot of ways to incorporate you, who you are, where you can bring inspiration, but also influence, because you're an influencer. Let me just tell you what influence is. Influence is your ability to create change in another person. So right now, there are
Mm.
people that are contacting me, asking me, "Can you send me the link to Courtney's channel?" There are
Yes.
people in Sean's chat asking you, "Where's your channel?" You're already an influencer. It has already manifested in the physical realm.
Mm-hmm.
But God is waiting for you to decide what direction are you going to
Want to
go
go in.
in to influence the audience that God is going to call to you. And it again, you don't have to be over. You could come over here. You could go visit the church sector. You've been, visiting for the longest. That doesn't mean you have to be a part of that. Perhaps God created the sector and drew you to the sector so that you can get the courage to come on. You've been on many platforms. You've been giving your input. And let's just face it, let me just say something that God was talking to me about you, Courtney. The other day when we was on the panel and I heard the Holy Spirit talking to me about you. Basically, you wouldn't have even been through the warfare that you went through if you didn't have some type of influence. Hallelujah. The
Wow.
enemy is not going to attack you unless your voice is carrying something that is a threat to the kingdom of darkness. So, with that being said, because I don't want to start prophesying up here because I didn't get up here to do that,
My God.
I want you after tonight, that whole cease and desist situation. Every subscriber ain't going through that type of warfare where they up there gotta go get a cease and desist. It's because the enemy
Want to
has
stop
seen
you.
something in you and you are already a threat before you get started. Now that is powerful,
Ah,
in my opinion.
listen,
Wow.
listen, listen. Dr. Terrell, hello, brother. Hello, brother. This is I see. This is see. You never know who is watching. Dr. Terrell is. You just never know who's watching. This is one of those
Mhm.
things where Dr. Terrell could have came on here, and if I had have done what I would have done before, he probably would have just clicked off.
My God, look at that.
This is a
Look at
person
that.
of. This is a person of. I can't. This is why I say you have to watch what you're doing, and there's a better way to do it. Courtney, people are asking for you just on
Mhm.
what you have been saying, just in the chats or the panels that you have been on thus far.
Yes, and
But
you're already, yes.
the enemy will make you be like, nah, I don't wanna, nah, see, because this why you have something to say. That's
Mm-hmm.
evident. Somebody just said they had been looking for your page for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
2 weeks.
Yes. Yes.
So if you didn't have anything, that's like that was one of the things that I had to get over, thinking that I didn't have anything to say. Nobody wanted to hear it. Your voice is this, you look like this. So sometimes I didn't have my camera on. But then I had to think about it like, If I was all of these things, then why am I reaching the people that I'm reaching? It's not for everybody. Everybody is not for everybody. Every channel is not for everybody. But those channels you don't go to, those channels you know, you might pop in, you might pop out, but those people who are actually, I have gotten so many messages about the ladies panel. So many messages. There are people that are wanting to come on because it's a safe space for women to be able to talk. I was skeptical about it. I've been doing this since I talked about this in Orlando. Let's just say that. I
Wow.
talked about doing this panel in Orlando, and you see how long it took me to do it.
Mm.
But I had to just do it. Now that I'm doing it, it's like, see, these women, there are women who want to say this, there, and there's nothing to the men. But right now, some of the men are in a certain space where now we have the opportunity to come in and say, let's get back here. This is why I said this is my last show about this, because this is not what I came here for. And if you want to keep talking after this, please talk. Keep sending the folks over here. Am I addressing something? No, not unless, like I said, it's something that was in a private group. Other than that, I don't have anything to say about it because it's too much other stuff going on. We got pastors being unalive. We the little girl who was stood up in the front of the church on Thanksgiving, and the one who was told about that she had to apologize in front of the church. We so busy talking about all of this other mess that has not stopped. Where's the young ladies? Has anybody asked that?
Mm.
We're so worried about who's sleeping with who, what pastor is doing this, what, that's not new. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna, so I want to be on the other side. What do we do? How do we
Hmm.
stop the young ladies from being one of those types of victims? Is there something that we can say to these women? Some of us have been through it, but we're so ashamed to say something. But us saying something could help the younger one. I don't want my daughter to go through it.
Mm.
So if I have to
Mm-hmm.
show and say, hey, this is what people go through, because some of them feel like they are the only ones. Until you have seven other people saying something, then it's like, oh, so I'm not the only one. But you wouldn't have had to go through depression and go through all of this if somebody else had said something. Not about the pastor, but how do we get these girls to understand that, or how to think better about themselves so they won't be in that spot to be taken advantage of like that? Because it's a type. They don't just pick out anybody. They pick out the ones they know are broken, the ones that are this. But if we can save them from being, or try to help get them repaired before they get to that spot, that's what I want to do. I don't care nothing about. That's why most of the pastors I talk about, I don't even say their names. For what? It's the other people. That's like I said about the Epstein file. Yeah, a bunch of folks' names is gonna come out, but what about the people that have to relive this again? The victims of this. Where do we get in with them at? I don't care about what not for real. You ain't asked me for no money, so I don't really care. But it's too much other stuff out here. There's a way to make people aware of this stuff without it being messy. We actually, in those private chats, we actually have prayers in there. We actually talk about serious stuff. We don't use the private chats to degrade and down people. But when it's brought to the public like that, what do? You shouldn't have to
Right.
keep defending yourself. If you're in the chat and you see something on Boo Boo Kitty's page and you decide to talk about it, that doesn't mean you don't like Boo Boo Kitty. But don't let the enemy, this right here, what other chat member has had to do that? Like, come on now.
I thank y'all so much. Like this ladies empowerment, I don't know what you want to call it, Sean. This is powerful.
Yes,
Tarsha, this
yes, you got
woo.
influ. You have. I mean, listen, you're being attacked like it, like you already have a YouTube channel. So you have to,
Might as
we
well
have to.
do it.
Yeah, so you might as well go ahead and give the enemy something else to talk about.
Listen, you already in it, so you might as well just get in it.
Wow. I thank y'all so much. Base Boy 76, I need to know who you are because it feel like you know me. I don't know. But maybe you know me from somewhere. But
Base boy, we looking
mhm.
at you. We looking at you.
But I
But
thank
no,
you all so much for the encouraging words. I thank y'all for being kind. You don't have to be kind, you know. I thank you so much, Sean, for opening up this platform for us to be able to have a conversation about things that, from a female's perspective.
exactly. Mm-hmm.
This is absolutely amazing, and it's gonna only go up from here. And so I thank y'all so much. I can't thank you enough. I will be in prayer about it though. And
Yeah.
hopefully the Lord will give me some good, clear direction. But I thank y'all. Thank you so much, Tarsha.
You are welcome.
Yeah, you.
Tarsha,
Yeah.
I tried not to say it publicly. I've reached out to her behind the scenes a couple of times, and she's been so gracious towards me, and I appreciate her for that. So I just appreciate all the love. It's very humbling.
She has been. She has. And you know when I talk to her in the chat, I can hear her saying it. So it's like, okay, I hear her voice while I'm reading. So it's really refreshing, especially when there's so much going on. You just want that encouragement. You just sometimes you just need to hear that word.
Yes, and I'm so grateful that, in this grand scheme of things, that there are women who are empowering each other and encouraging each other. And I myself look forward to a powerful and impactful 2026. Let me just tell y'all, it's going to be some things that is going to knock your socks off, but in a good, and blessed way. So be
Yes.
ready and be prepared. And I pray that all those who are here and in the chat, whatever God has called you to do, that you will move forward in it and do not look to the left nor to the right, but just go forward. And once you make one foot forward, God will supply all your needs according to his riches and glory. God bless you all.
Tarsha, you gonna make me take an
Amen.
offering up
Come
because she
on.
keep she Tarsha just keep on. We should be at the third offering by now. Cause my God, like it,
Yes.
you just can't. Nice is nice. I am actually 51, honey. So I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate. Well, I really want to say thank you to you guys for agreeing and for coming up. Because like I said, I struggled with it. I did, and I was like, they don't want to do that. Don't nobody. Ain't nobody. And I just did it. I just did it. So hey, AT2. I love AT2. AT2.
AT2.
AT2 is like that bad little
he is
brother.
he is
That's be
hilarious.
that bad little brother that's gonna say any and everything. So
Yes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and thank you for coming in. Yeah, I thank y'all. We listen. 2026, we about to be on it. We about to be on it. And again, it don't always have to be about church. I really don't be wanting to talk about church most of the time.
You know
But
what? I'll say this. To be very honest with you, I love the church. And um I do in fact enjoy talking about things of the church. I do. Um but it's never to undermine or hurt anyone, you know?
that's the yes. Yes.
It's almost like kitchen table
Yes.
talk. Like we're just talking.
Yes.
These are things that we may discuss, you know, off of the platform. And that's how I feel whenever I go up to on someone's platform. I feel like we're on the phone, you know,
Mhm.
and we're just
Mhm.
having a discussion and it's all good. That's how I feel. So I
That's
don't
what
know.
that yes, that's what I want. I don't want the big. They already say women can't get along and we're showing them that that's not true. We're showing them that that's not true. We can all have a conversation, agree to disagree like grown folks and see each other the next day and be like, "Hey girl, hey." That's
Are
it.
there Sean, I wanted to ask you, are there any other, you know, everybody has a sector. Are there any other sectors outside of like the air quotes church sector that you watch?
Yes. Yes. I watch so many people. I'm gonna tell you what my favorite is, and y'all gonna probably be like, "What?" One of my favorite things, well, two, they're together, is Coco and her son Jay.
Oh, the singer Coco?
Yes,
I didn't know she
her
had
and her son
YouTube.
Jay. They have a yes. They He has a YouTube. Like the month of December, he does Vlogmas, and he goes from December 1st to December 25th every day. And they just go through life, just regular while they at the concerts, everyday life, going to the just different. It's just one of those to get away. It's just one of
Wow.
those to get away. I watch them because I'm from Detroit. I watch a lot of like Detroit YBI and all of those like crime mob. I don't know. Um, it's so many other things out here.
Is that
Like,
the crime one? Is that like another 48 or something like that? Did I
no,
say that
it's
right?
yeah, it's
Okay.
what is his name? El Wolf.
That name sound familiar. Who is that?
He's done a lot of the bios on like Biggie, Tupac. He's dug into what's the doggone show that 50 Cent? BMF, like those
Oh, okay. Okay.
types of things.
Mhm.
So I watch cooking stuff. I watch so
Wait a
much
minute,
other
hold
stuff.
on. That guy, that's not the guy. Look at me, y'all. That's not the guy that goes to like different hoods in the United States.
Hmm. He does like Chicago, New
That's
York,
him.
Detroit. Yeah, he
Oh, I
goes
seen his.
everywhere.
Look at me, y'all.
I
I
like
seen
watching
his
stuff
stuff
like
before.
that. Because one of the things that people need to know, and I'm gonna do a show on this, I was so churched and sheltered that when I got to an age where I was out, I was dumb. I didn't know nothing but church. Nothing but church. It was one of them, I didn't know how to function in the real life. And that's something that we have to come out of because there is a real world that we live in. There are real things that happen out here. And I can't just walk up to everybody and be like, the devil is a liar, calling out like you can't just do that in real life. So I really want to do something as to like outside.
Mm-hmm.
I can go
Mm-hmm.
to a lounge. That don't mean I'm the devil.
Mm-hmm.
I can go see live jazz. That doesn't make me the devil. or that don't make them the devil. You know what I'm saying? It is so many things that we've been taught that's demonic, and our children, once they get to a certain age, because all they know is church, that's how some of them get pregnant so easily, because we never talk to them
Mm-hmm.
about sex.
Right.
Why? I would rather talk to my child about sex and give protection than to have this reality that they're never going to do it, or just keep, oh, they saved and sanctified and they skirt to the floor and they don't wear makeup and they don't, that don't, that,
Mm-hmm.
the curiosity
Right.
of it. That's like you keep telling the baby, don't touch the stove. They gon' touch the stove.
Right.
So it's just a lot of things that we, it's just a lot.
I was
It's
asking that because I think it'll be dope if you can pull a female from a different sector and bring her onto the platform. I think that'll be good.
mm-hmm.
That'll be a
I have
different
one that
perspective.
we just exchanged information today, so that's,
Okay.
and then another one I got a message right before I came on. That's why I was kind of late, about somebody else. So
Cause I was waiting on you to call. I said, "Oh, Sean, girl, you late."
yeah, I was like, oh shoot, let me look at the time. Yeah, so is that's why I say opening this up has opened women up, like, oh, I
That's
wanna,
awesome.
let's go. Let's go.
That's
Let's
awesome. And
go.
then I look forward to Regina coming on the platform. I love her.
I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. Cause
She is
I
good.
like her. See, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
that, I don't like that church, because I want to talk about Carrie Bryant. I want
You want to talk? We already talked about her.
no, but see, I didn't know about this last little dress.
Let's go and talk about this dress right quick. Let's go on and hit it. Let's hit it. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, because people gonna probably be mad at me. Listen,
The consensus is she looked amazing. She wasn't in the pulpit. She was with her man, her man, her man. What is the problem, ladies and gentlemen? Because I was looking at that dress like, my God, today. I want one. Let me get my
I
mind
was.
right.
Thank you. And I really think that one of the problems is her shape. I don't care
Yes.
what Carrie put on.
Yep.
I don't care what Carrie put on unless it's a robe. You're going to see.
Let me tell you something. People over sexualize things according to how can I put this? I'm gonna just say it and then we can clean it up. People over sexualize things according to the level of perversion that's in their life. Because to the pure, all things are pure. Do you
There it
follow what I'm
is.
saying?
There it is. It's the nest. Okay.
Now let's be clear. Now, had she worn it in the pulpit,
Then there
that
would
would
be a
be a
problem.
different conversation. We
That's
dress
a
for the
whole different
occasion.
conversation. And
We
she
dress for where we
dressed
going.
the
She dressed
hell
for
out
the
of the occasion.
yes. I was just like
I
stunned. I was like, my God.
I was, because at first when I kept hearing about it, I was like, well, wait a minute. And then I saw it and I said,
Hold
okay,
on.
that's huh.
Tarsha, cause we done seen your legs out, sister. So we
Okay.
know you be dressing for the
Listen,
occasion.
listen.
I'm
And
messing with.
it's like this. I said this. I said, had she been darker complected, I don't think it would have been a problem. But
My
because she
question,
knows how to dress, the mesh was meshing.
she killed so hard. My question is because all the women I've seen haven't had a problem. Everybody's been, giving her props. Who had the problem? Where did this stem from?
People have this traditional, I don't know, like, I don't know. One, she's young.
Mhm.
Two, she has a beautiful shape.
Mhm.
She's a beautiful person.
Mhm. Sure
The
is.
dress wasn't, it was fitting because
Mhm.
she has the shape. Now, if she wasn't shaped like that, yeah, we didn't seen some of the Kojic fashion. If you ain't got
Mhm.
it, it ain't gonna show. But
Mhm.
again, whatever she puts on, be it shorts, pants, jogging pants, too big
Mhm.
jogging suit, it's still going to show. But when you're at a public event like this,
Uh-huh.
it was a black tie gala.
Yes.
What was she supposed to have on? A suit?
I think some people have an issue with the mesh. But people always have an issue with what Carrie puts on because they had a problem with her what she wore for her wedding.
And
They
I
always
didn't
have a
see.
problem with her. She's always had those problems. I used to serve with her at another church a while ago. And she's always been that girl. She's
Mhm.
always dressed well. She's always, been put together. And for some reason she's even said that she's always had this problem. But the thing about it, she said she dresses for her husband, y'all. I
Listen
said
here.
when I get
If
me in, I want to put that dress on too.
listen, if I used to hear so much, oh my God, why? It's the occasion. If you are dressed,
Mhm.
if we are not at church and we are at a black tie gala, I don't care. It wasn't for the church. It wasn't a church gala.
Right.
So I don't understand what the problem is. If she walked
Listen,
in church on Sunday like that, then I would be like, "Oh, Miss Carrie."
she wasn't dressed like the other Dr. Bryant. You seen that?
Yeah.
She wasn't dressed like that. She had on mesh, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all need to give that heat to the other Dr. Bryant, because
I listen.
that outfit was interesting.
I just kept like, "What is?" I was zooming in and trying to, and I
Mm-mm.
was like, "Well, what's the problem?" At least she did the mesh. Now, if she
Hmm.
came out here and wasn't no mesh, then talk about her.
Yeah. But her husband wouldn't even let her go out like that.
Honey, he was just a
Because your
smiling.
husband is your covering. That's a whole other story for another day. Because the other Dr. Bryant that was at a black tie affair that was not dressed appropriately for the occasion because she didn't have that covering to tell her, hey, sweetie, let's do something different. She came out with all her business out. What are your thoughts on that?
That's what I'm trying to understand. How, where are we? Is this a personal thing or is this really a problem? Because I don't see Jamal Bryant just being like, hey, just put on what he, I don't,
Mm-mm.
even when he dresses, when he
Mm-hmm.
goes to certain places, he has on certain things. When he's at something else, he dresses for the occasion. This was not a
Mm-hmm.
church banquet. This wasn't a pastor's anniversary. This wasn't the bishop's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so confused.
Okay, but let me ask you this, Sean. Let's say it was the bishop's gala. Let's say it was a church event, but it wasn't in church. It was like a
I
little holiday function. Do you think the dress was appropriate in that regard?
Mhm. She's not
Mm-hmm.
old.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a 70-year-old woman. Here's the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what people have to understand. Until you go in the stores now,
Mm-hmm.
don't talk.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went in the store to find something for my mother, and if it ain't here, it's cinched in the waist. If it ain't
Yep.
cinched in the waist, it's above the knee. If it ain't
Yep.
above the knee, it's a split up to your woo wop.
Facts.
There are
Facts.
no suits where you have the suit jacket and the skirt, and those don't even exist in the stores anymore.
Facts.
You don't have any baggy pants. They're either hip huggers, slim fit. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have these things in the store anymore. You don't even
Mm-mm.
really have stockings, pantyhose in the store. Go to a store other than J.C. Penney's or something like that and pull out a pair of pantyhose. Do it. I'll do it.
You make a get slim in Macy's, but I digress.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You what
Yeah.
store are you really going into? Everything got a split in, a cut in it, a
Yep.
rip in it, a tear in it, a slit.
For sure.
Where are these things unless you're getting them made? And who's really tailoring now?
Right. Mm-mm.
You want the women to come in church with the pantyhose on. You used to could go to the corner store on your way to church and
Yes.
pick up you a pair of stockings in the eight,
Absolutely.
or some
Absolutely.
some some knee highs on their head, all the colors, black, all
Yes.
black, sheer black, white. You had find one, find it.
Yes.
When you go in the stores now, you got t-shirts, hats, glasses, air
Yep.
fresheners.
No pantyhose.
Where are the
No
pantyhose?
stockings.
None. You go in there in a gas station right now and say, "Where your stockings at?" They're gonna be like, "Yo, who?
Right.
You got knee highs? Who?"
Right.
If you're not going to a shoe store, you're not really finding those things. So whereas back in the day, yeah, you could wear stockings was everywhere. You was going and buying 10
Mm-hmm.
and get one free. I
Yep.
remember. You buy 10, you get one free.
Yes.
I remember those things, but you don't have that anymore. JC Penney's used to have a whole just section,
Sean, you used
legs
to wear
and
stockings?
curves and umbrella. Yeah, before baby, listen, let me tell you something. The day the pastor said, we they implementing pants now. I said, huh? I went home and ripped out everything out the closet. You got to go.
Ooh.
You got to go. You got to go. I ain't got to wear stockings no more. Oh, Jesus.
Mm-mm.
I was so happy.
I bet.
I was ecstatic because no, but by the time they said the benediction, by the time you got to the back door, my clothes was changed. I was out of that. I couldn't, it wasn't me. Mm-mm. No,
Wow. Look, so
no.
you used to be suited and booted, Sean. You used to wear like the dress up suits and all that.
Yeah.
You used to wear hats.
I didn't do, my mom was the hat person. I didn't do the hats. I didn't.
Okay, so you used to
I'm
look like
lying.
a district missionary
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Sundays.
Especially when
My
I was
God,
at
today. You gotta show us
GEI.
pictures. I know I seen one picture a while ago. You gotta bring some pictures to the
Well,
thing.
all of my videos on of me directing on YouTube, I'm in a dress. Either a dress
Oh,
or a
okay. You
robe.
got pictures of you directing. Okay, so I have to go back
If you go on,
in the
ooh,
archives.
I'm gonna send you my name on so you can find it on YouTube because folks have been
Okay.
in tried to. But yeah, that's why I be saying it's only so much stuff that I can do and say because it's real. Like this ain't no, I it's not in my imagination. This is not what I thought I did, or this is
Mhm.
actually yeah.
But you were in leadership at that time, huh?
Hmm. I've been
Okay.
in leadership since I was 15.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Wow.
my uncle, all that he told me, he said, never wear what you wear to the club to church.
Listen, that's a whole word.
I said,
But I'm a
oh,
mhm.
so that's what I did.
Wow. But I'm gonna say this: some people, I hate to jump subjects. Some people are unchurched. You know what I'm saying, and they don't know any better. And I give grace to them. Honey, just as long as you here, just wear what you got. Just come on,
Hmm. And
and
see, that's
let
the
God do
thing
that thing. Mhm.
most of the skirts now they're pencil skirts. They're this,
Mhm.
they're that. And if you have hips and you have curves and you have this, it's really nothing that you can do.
Mhm.
There's nothing that you can do about it. Now, if
Right.
they put the rope, and I said this because there was a nice little handful of women that was shaped like Carrie, and it's like, oh God, can we put the robes back on? Because Jesus,
You
like,
like choir robes?
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, I'm a choir robe person because it's like this. If you have a shape, even though in your choir robe you can kind of see the silhouette of it, but it still
Mhm.
takes the attention off of that person.
Mhm.
Because if you're singing a solo and your waist is a nine, but your
Mhm.
hips is, you're singing to the Lord, you praising, you worshiping, and all they looking at is what about her
Mhm.
skirt around her. That's not. I just don't want that.
Got you.
So
That
I've
makes
always
sense.
been a choir role person, just to
Okay.
keep, just to
Mhm.
keep the, and then when you have your choir robe on, you can move a little more because you ain't,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I have
Okay.
been directing the choir, Shardy, since the tender age of 13. Um, I directed, actually, if you go on and pull up St. James Adult Choir, you'll find me all through there.
So you teach parts and everything.
I was listening to me and my mom. I was taking my mom somewhere today, and something came on in my playlist, and I said, "Oh my God, I forgot we recorded this whole CD.
Oh wow.
Totally
Well,
forgot."
you have to be able to teach parts to be a director, though, huh?
Mhm, mhm. And
Yeah, I
that's
was
the
gonna say I don't
thing.
know any that can't teach parts.
Yeah, it's and then you have to be able to do something because somebody may be late for rehearsal, somebody may get sick, somebody may whatever. You can't just stop because that person is not there.
Mm-hmm.
Or your organist couldn't show up, so you can't like I don't
Do
need
you
a I,
still
I
direct
don't need a
now?
band. Mhm. I'm
Okay.
actually putting together a concert next year. Um
All right.
we're gonna do some, yeah. So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of things that I do and are do that
Mm-hmm.
I just can't. I have more to lose than some people.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Yeah.
Not YouTube, not Facebook, not
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. Real life.
Yeah.
Real life. And I came up under people that there's not a church that does not sing at least 8 of our recorded songs.
Hmm.
He's so real. Oh, give thanks. There's a stranger in town. Um, Lord, whether I'm right or wrong. All of those came from my grandfather.
Really?
Yes. I
Wow.
can depend on God. All of those that's my, mhm, yeah.
Wow. Okay. You said those songs stem from your church, or
Yes. My grandfather recorded those. That's the choir that I grew up with. That's the choir that I started directing at 13.
wow. Okay. That is
So
cool. I learn something
it's
new all the time. That's awesome. Hey, Inspire.
Inspire Dr. T. Dr. RT Blue. Listen, she gave it all this morning. She the one who put me on the Carrie Bryan. I was
Yes.
like, what did Carrie
Dr. T is
do?
amazing.
She is. She
I watched some of
is.
her stuff. Yeah, she's amazing. Hopefully she can come on your
I
panel as well.
I can't wait. I cannot
Hmm.
wait. I cannot wait. Yes, St. James Choir is Charles Nix, all of those. That's how Twinkie was,
Shawty know
him and Twinkie
everybody.
used to pair together.
Wow.
Yeah, it's I heard somebody, a young choir, the other day do I Really Love the Lord, and they put a little beat to it. I was like, okay.
Wow.
The younger people still singing songs that actually mean something. I don't know these. I
Hmm.
don't know these new. I can't. Mm-mm. I'm just not. When you grew up with choir,
Mm-hmm.
praise team is like, mm,
How
okay.
did you feel about that when the praise team uh wave came into the church and kind of dimmed out the choir?
I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it when they started doing the 4 or 5 people standing in front with the mics and the choir behind.
Mm-hmm.
I never understood that because
Mike
the
singers.
way, yeah, the way our
Mm-hmm.
mics were set up,
Uh-huh.
we didn't need that. So when I
Mm.
was like, why are the people standing in front of the people singing? Like that's what the choir is for. I never understood it. But then that was the segue for the praise team to come in, and I was like,
You know, people still have Mike singers for their choir.
mm,
How do you
I don't
still
like it.
don't think it makes sense?
I don't like it. I don't like drum tracks.
Now wait a minute, Sean. Come on now. We need a good stem and a drum track.
But
Come on.
see, the choir that I grew up with, we had 2 drummers, a percussionist.
Mm,
So all of those things were already there. We had first, second, third soprano, first, second, third alto, first, second, third tenor, first and second bass.
mm-hmm.
So this like 3-part stuff and all these extra, I didn't grow up like that.
I could
So
understand that.
I don't drum tracks. When they start doing, I was like, what is this?
It
Now
just sounds clean to me.
for a concert, yeah. For
Mm-hmm.
recording, yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
just on Sunday morning.
Yeah, go give me that. And then
But see,
okay,
we
so
had
mm-hmm.
tambourines and washboard. So all of that extra stuff I didn't grow up with. So when they start doing
Mm-hmm.
it and then coming from the studio,
Uh-huh.
you didn't everybody played live at the
Yeah.
studio. So the track thing, yeah, timing maybe or maybe some dings here and there, but as far as just like a full track playing throughout the whole,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then you definitely don't like stems, do you?
I am church. I am choir. I am like I need parts like when it's just soprano, alto, tenor. I'd be like, where's the bass?
Mm-hmm.
First and second soprano make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
It makes a difference. So when you do it when you're listening to albums and you're listening to CDs and you hear this fullness,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm used to. You know, what until maybe 2 3 years ago, Ricky Diller didn't have no people in front of him,
Right.
and they
That's true.
sounded just. Hezekiah Walker ain't never had no singers in front
What okay, so then why does Ricky do it now?
because I would just say because a lot of people are doing it. It's the aesthetics. But as
Okay,
far
so
as him needing his choir sound to be bigger
mm-hmm.
and baritones, right? As a matter
Here
of fact, our
okay.
last baritone just passed
Oh
a couple weeks
no.
ago. Yeah.
Oh. But that was my thought. My thought was for a full, more precise sound so you can hear all the parts.
It's a mic trick. It's mics. I listen
Mm-hmm.
to some people's lives and I'm like, y'all don't hear that? Why is the
Mm-hmm.
soprano screaming over everybody? We didn't play that. We did mic checks,
Mm-hmm.
just and we marked it for the adult choir, the kids choir, the youth choir, the young adult choir. Everything was marked. So, and you have your people in place. If you don't need a person with a mic in their hand if you position people right. That
Okay.
comes from hearing. You have to know your voices. You have to know where people go to say, okay, well, you sing louder than everybody else, so if the mic is here, I need you either back here or to the side because you're going to drown out everybody.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Mm.
place people like that, you don't need the extra mic because you have your full people right where you need them. There was a time that if you had maybe two good sopranos, two good tenors, two good altos, you really can kind of just place people around.
Uh-huh.
But those people are not in the mic, but they're surrounding the mic so that everybody's voice. It's just a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm.
it's a whole it's a whole thing, and I don't because I grew up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this stuff is lazy to me. That's
Mm.
what
Okay.
it's lazy
But I
because
think a
it's
lot of it is production, because at the end of the day, especially if you're streaming live, you want those stems to accentuate the voices that you already have that are singing in those mics. So it will sound better on YouTube or Facebook or wherever people stream, right? As well as the music. That was my thought. Now, I'm not a,
well. See, the
whatever.
thing is, some people, and this comes from just years of learning. A lot of churches who put people over their sound, they don't know nothing about sound.
Mm-hmm.
I learned from people who actually went to engineering school,
Mm-hmm.
to broadcasting school. They know, okay, what sounds is this and where to do this and how to do this. And then when you have people that like Aretha Franklin wasn't coming on if it wasn't right. She didn't
Mm-hmm.
care how long it took. We were sitting we were sitting at the Fox.
Mm-hmm.
She sent her people in to do sound. Sound wasn't right. I was standing in the back. It was about 45 minutes later.
Mm.
I walked. First, she was sitting in the car. She wouldn't get out at all because it was too hot. She wouldn't get out.
Uh-huh.
When she did come in and the sound was not right, I'm going to find the picture. She literally sat in her dressing room and was combing her hair.
Mm-mm.
They said, Miss Franklin, are you ready? She said, is my sound right? We're working on it now.
How did she know?
Because she could hear it. Because before she come on, you have your other people that sing before you, your features and I mean
Mm.
your openers and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
She knows how she wants her sound. It
Got you.
wasn't right. They started doing this
Mm-mm.
was right after Whitney had passed. So they just started showing like
Mm-hmm.
they started showing stuff about Whitney until they got that sound right. It was an hour and
Wow.
15 minutes later. She wasn't coming out.
Wow.
So when
And
you
they
come
finally
up
got
with
it
people
right.
like that, yes, yes.
Mm-mm.
But when you come up with people like that, even Twinkie don't play. That stuff not be right. Okay.
Mm.
But it's a certain sound. It's like the choir is the and that's why I say now, if people would put church choirs back in the churches, the attendance numbers would start going up because the choir is your segue.
Mm-hmm.
It lessens what the pastor has to do. He shouldn't have to get up and get the people there. They should already be there. So if I have a my list made out for Sunday, you give it to
Uh-huh.
the organist, they know what we're doing. If it's going a certain type of way, you have to be able to change just like that.
Right.
If you see that the congregation is kind of if you got to bring out one of them old congregational hymns,
Mm-hmm.
you got to get to the old congregational hymns. But one, the organist got to know how to play it.
Mm-hmm.
And two, you have to sing something that people know.
Yes.
Every praise is to our God is not going to usher in for the pastor to
Mm-hmm.
get up and preach.
Right.
You have to do something different when if my bishop got up and started singing or doing something else, I'd be like, it wasn't where he wanted it. Now, if I can look at him and tell that he was trying to get the service a certain way, I pull up a
Mhm.
song that he does.
Now let me ask you this. Now I'm finna carry on a little bit. So the song before the pastor get up, it don't always have to be slow, does it?
Mm, mm, no,
Why people always do that? They be like, okay, we're gonna
no.
sing a little slow song.
Mm.
Mm,
If you can something before a pastor get up, depending on where you are, how you are, something like the blood still works.
mm-hmm.
That works. Oh, give thanks is always a good one. Um, you can pull out
Oh, give
something.
thanks before the pastor come up.
Yeah, it
Mm-mm.
depends, but that's what I'm saying. It depends on where your crowd is. You have to feel it's all in knowing the crowd.
Okay.
If it's a oh, it may be first Sunday with a bunch of older people.
Mm-hmm.
You have to sing something that's gonna make the Baptist fit come out.
Mm-mm. That oh give thanks. You talking about oh give thanks by Vincent Bohannon?
No, 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 no,
Oh
no.
man,
I'm
I was about
talking
to say
about my
what?
my my old choir. Oh, give thanks.
Oh my bad, my bad, my bad. Okay, you right, you right, you right. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
like,
if you when you singing something like
no.
that, and you get to what's the part? Oh, you think um when you get to when I was thirsty, Lord, you fed me.
Yes.
With that, everybody just
Okay, my bad. I thought you talking about I'm
no
like,
that.
oh give
Oh,
thanks.
give
That's a cute little
thanks
marching song.
unto the no, 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 not that,
No,
not that.
not that one, the other one. By Vincent Bohannon.
Oh, no, 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 no,
His
no.
mercy endure forever. That's
That's
a
yeah.
bop, but I'm like,
No,
no.
not for before.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she already got it.
My
That's
bad.
yeah. You do something. You have to do something that it's more than likely a congregational song. A congregational song will
Hmm.
get you, but it's all in. You just have to read. You have to read the room. You have to see. Shardy just told you it'll tear. Pastor won't even have to preach half of the hot when he get up. It's just how you do it.
Hmm.
Even sermonic solos don't have to be slow. It
Right.
doesn't.
Why is that people's go to though? They go straight for that slow song.
Emotion.
Okay. Good
It's an
answer.
emotion. If you can get the folks to cry, then you
Hmm.
they feel like you've done something. But it's not always about that.
Gotcha.
You can cry on a fast song just like you will on a slow song. It's just how it's done. I can sit in a person's service and just kind of it's just natural.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you some stuff. I'm gonna post some stuff. I'm gonna post some stuff
Yes.
in on the community page so y'all can see. I don't just be talking
Oh, that'll be good.
a bunch of malarkey. I really I really have some. I do stuff.
We
The
believe it
bishop
too.
was
We
like,
believe it.
the bishop was like, wait, what? Why do you just glide past stuff like that? I'm like, because to me, I've done it so long that it's like, you've just been around these people and you just act like because they're people to me.
Hmm. Yep.
They're people to me. They don't always want to be on because they're
Hmm.
always on anyway. So they live.
Right.
They live. You know, they come out, the pastor got on shorts. Why he can't?
Hello. Come on.
He's supposed
Let
to
the
be at the
pastor wear
pool
shorts.
and slipping slides and come on now. Mm-mm. No. But yeah, that Carrie Bryant thing, that
Whew. Pastor Carrie, you go, girl. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up, girl. I'm working
yeah,
on
you know,
it.
it was I
Yes.
just it was not, but then again, if she had on a Vicky Wining suit, you still would have saw everything she got, so it just doesn't matter.
Ooh, yeah, but
It-
she did the right thing. She
yeah,
did
like
well.
people gonna be like, oh no, she wasn't that wasn't.
I'm trying to find who is against it. Where you
It's
at?
it's
Show
a
yourself, cause it's crazy.
it's
Have you
I've
seen
seen a
negative
couple
comments?
people today. Mhm. What is that guy's name? Oh God.
A guy said something negative.
Yeah, I guess that don't. Now Dr. T was talking about Dr. RT was talking about it
Uh oh.
earlier. Now Dr.
Uh oh.
Blue, you go.
What Doctor T say? Oh
We're,
Lord.
let me see. We're you still in here. Let's see if she is because
What she said? Oh no. Oh
Paige and Dr. Blue.
yeah. Oh, I thought,
Cause I was
and that
like,
dressing.
well, wait a minute. But like I said, if it was a church function, a church, then
I
yeah.
still don't know. I'm still like I think she could wear it.
I mean, whatever she
It
put
was
on, be it
mesh.
pants,
Hmm.
because even like the pink outfit, the pink jumpsuit she had on, it wasn't like that, but because she has the curves, it was
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm. Because everybody can't wear mesh and make it look good. Like
Mm.
if her body wasn't like that, would the mesh still stand out?
Mm-mm.
But I'm saying, would anybody be saying anything about it?
I
Probably not.
think if it had have been all black without the flesh tone mesh, I don't think it would have been a problem actually.
Yeah, no. That
I
flesh
don't think it
tone
would have
threw
been
the
a
Saints
problem.
off.
Hmm. Because when you look at it now from the picture until I zoomed in on it, I didn't really see where the mesh was, but she had straps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, so the boobs wasn't out. There was no
Mm-hmm.
split up to the hoo ha. The
Mm-hmm.
dress was actually pretty.
The dress was absolutely beautiful.
I think that the dress was pretty, but
Mm-hmm.
all of that. Listen, I feel like this. All of these folks with veils and head gowns, scarves, and dresses down to the floor, and you can't see nothing. That what does that do
The dress was appropriate for the occasion, my opinion.
for the occasion and her
For the
age?
and her age.
Now,
Well,
my
no,
mama would
okay,
probably be
so
like,
somebody
"Oh,
in their
that's
70s
too
can't wear
much."
that? Somebody in their 70s can't wear it?
I mean, if you got it,
So carry it on. I don't
there's
know.
a lady. She's 96, I want to say. And they
Mhm.
was she said, I still wear my pump. She said, listen,
Oh, I know
all
you
the
talking
men
about.
I
Mhm.
married is dead. But that don't mean I ain't still trying to, you know what I'm saying? And they was on her like, you shouldn't. She like, why?
Child, my grandma, I can't. I'm gonna work on it. I ain't want no pumps in a minute.
Oh girl, I ain't had
I'm just
on
like,
a pair since 2004. Hey, and people used to be like, "You really know how to walk?" I'm still a woman, fool. I don't. I'm not one of them. I ain't put down my girlhood or none of that. I just like to dress how I like to dress. But again,
right.
I got more Bath and Body Works females. You could. I was talking to one, and it was the person that I was talking to, and they actually didn't want to talk to me anymore because you got too many female fragrances. I said, okay, so
What?
wait, let me get this together. What you want me to wear, Brute? I'm not doing that. You want me to put on some Axe? I don't nah. I wear lady deodorant. I put Vaseline all over, but like I ain't nah. I ain't mm-mm.
Oh my
You see, my
God.
nails is out, ain't dirty. I don't do all of like, nah, don't.
They want you to wear some
Mm-mm.
brute, honey.
Yeah, nah, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. Now, no shade to those who do.
No shade.
Everybody do what they do, but I said, oh, that's a stipulation. Oh,
I don't
oh.
know why that's tickling me.
But
But
it's so many things that people think that
yeah,
it's like,
it's a stereotype
no,
though.
it is. It's there
Hmm.
is definitely a stereotype. But it, nah, I don't I don't. I'm just not I know who I am, but I
Yeah.
just know that I like to be comfortable. Like I said, my mother
Hmm.
doesn't wear pants. I've only seen my mother in 51 years in pants twice.
Mm.
I'm the
Hmm.
opposite. I can't stand dresses.
Hmm. And
But
you've
that
always
doesn't.
been like that. You always
Oh, I used to
never
cry
been
when I was
comfortable.
little.
Hmm.
I used to cry when I was little. Like holidays, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I would go in one room and sit. I wasn't out doing the Easter egg hunt and all of that because I had a dress on. I hated it.
Hmm.
I hated it. As a matter of fact, I pulled out some pictures the other day. I'm about to show you how far
Uh
back it
oh.
went. Don't y'all laugh at me. Let me see if I can get a hold on. Where did it go? Okay. This was me. I think I was maybe 5 or 6.
Okay. I'm probably gonna have a delay 'cause I'm looking at it on my TV.
Now if y'all can see this, this is who I've been all my life.
Oh, look
This is how I've been all of my life. I've
at
never been a I didn't isn't this is my baby. This like I ain't never been
Listen,
a
that shirt tucked in. Do you hear me?
I ain't never been a
Ooh.
so yeah, that skirt pants thing I did this
All
is my
right.
this is when I was with Santa. This is what I'm saying. I've been me all my
Mhm.
life. This is hated dresses. Never, ever, never. Couldn't stand it. So
Oh,
yeah.
how old you right there?
I think I was either 7 or 8 on here.
Too cute.
Yeah, see, I've just always been me. I've never been one
Hmm.
of those. I ain't. This was when Stevie Wonder. We had a concert with him. He came to our church, and
Uh-oh, all right.
yeah. See, I'd be yeah. This ain't play. This
Wait,
is
pull it over. Are you in the picture or no?
no. I was
Oh,
in
okay,
front
okay.
of him.
Okay.
Um, the
You
choir was
snapped the
singing,
picture in
and
front
he
of him.
was coming to getting ready to sing a song with us.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, so thank you, Inspire. I think I was a cute baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but
Oh.
that's what I say. I haven't changed. I haven't. But I just wanted to get this last little hoorah off of my chest before the new year because I know everybody else gonna be on tomorrow. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and end my 2025 YouTube,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call, whatever gate it is this week. I ain't got no more gates.
You
If
ain't got no
don't
more gates.
nobody come out, listen, if don't nobody come out with some, like I said, specifics, I mean some papers, some videos, some no unedited, no AI, no. If y'all ain't
Listen,
bringing none of that, I ain't talking about it.
another gate is coming out. I'm sure.
I I don't
Mhm.
I
We're
don't
here for the
I
gates.
don't I
You said you're not gonna report it though.
even with Tyler Perry, all of this when I saw
Oh
the
no, no,
text
that's
thread, I
just
was like,
mm-mm.
are we serious?
Yeah, but I wasn't interested in that. I don't know why I
I've
just wasn't
never been.
interested.
I wasn't interested in the Christian Keys. I wasn't interested in the
Mm-mm.
little boy from the Oval. Y'all are not producing anything that means anything, but people want
Mm-mm.
to see Tyler go.
No,
They
like
want it to be true. They want something to happen to Tyler.
it was such a nothing burger. I was just like, what?
No,
I don't even really care for real,
beef.
but
It wasn't even a veggie burger. That wasn't even a impossible burger. It was
mm-mm,
just, I'm
mm-mm.
expecting to see these texts and it be back and forth and back and forth. So out of 3 pages, all was you got one blue section.
I don't even. I just knew it wasn't gonna be too much of nothing. It's sad. I just knew. But my heart, and I'm gonna get off of here. My heart goes out to the family of that pastor. That is sad. You know what I'm talking about? The young pastor
Yep.
that got killed
I
by
was
his.
gonna talk,
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sorry, unalive. Excuse me,
Mm-mm. Yeah,
by
I,
his
I
wife.
wanted to talk about that because as soon as somebody said gay, they instantly went to he was sleeping around. When it was actually she was giving his clothing and things to
Hmm.
her gay best friend.
I
They
didn't hear
wanted,
anything about gay.
yeah, one of her friends, she was given to one of the girls. I don't know if it was Fire or the other one, but one of them said that the best friend, whichever one is the
Hmm.
best friend.
Yes.
She was saying that the wife was giving her gay best friend his clothes and
Oh
his
yes, I heard that.
bags and stuff like that. So,
Hmm.
and then they're negating the fact that, because even when I watched the news covering, she was like, well, there has been domestic violence, but no
Hmm.
charges were ever brought to him. So
Mm.
they're making it
Right.
look like he's this bad person.
Hmm.
There are so many men who get abused by women,
Yes. We
and
have
they're
to.
really not going to say anything because they don't want to look a certain type of way. My wife beat my ass. Like, who wants to?
We have to talk about the fact that male abuse does exist,
Absolutely.
or domestic violence does exist,
Absolutely.
and
Mhm.
most men are ashamed to say anything because it's
Mhm.
like, I'm a man, you know.
I ain't
It,
supposed to. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, that is so um sad and unfortunate.
And see, if
And
they had a
mhm,
did something before now,
mhm,
none of this would have happened. But it's
mhm,
always taken as the men are the aggressors. And this I'm gonna say this because this gonna make us go into a whole nother thing because we've been on here a minute.
mhm.
Menopause, perimenopause, all of these things are real
Absolutely.
and they affect your mental.
Absolutely.
Postpartum is real
Mhm.
and it affects your mental. And that's
Mhm.
why I said the other day, all of this just praying and stuff.
Mhm.
No, no, you have
Mhm.
to go and talk to somebody because people would think you're just aggressive. They'll think you
Mhm.
just always mad. It's always something. And when those chemicals start doing stuff in your body, you will lose it.
Mhm.
You can go off.
Absolutely.
Not to say that that's what happened, but at her age, it's a possibility.
Mhm.
They wasn't sleeping in the same room. People don't understand that you lose your sex drive and it makes you irritable, speaking from experience. All of
Mhm.
these things happen. And until you actually talk to somebody and get real help, some people do take hormones. Some
Yes.
people do take certain specific teas to balance. There are so many different things, but if those things are not dealt with, like I said, you just got church brain and you don't understand this.
This this is a good topic. I'm not going to belabor it, but this is so
Mm-mm,
good
we gonna get to
because
it.
and hopefully you can get like a doctor on or something, someone in the medical field to discuss how we as women, we go through certain changes in our
Mm-hmm.
bodies, and because
Mm-hmm.
we do not uh tend to ourselves sometimes because we're so used to being mothers or
Mm,
working or whatever we have to do, that sometimes we negate getting blood work
absolutely.
done to know these little idiosyncrasies about our
Mhm,
bodies. And it's
mhm,
important to know, especially after you go through the trauma of having a child. That's traumatic.
mhm. It's already on the books. She is asked
Let
me
me
last week, like, when we I just wanted the holidays
hmm
to go,
I'm gonna
cause
I'm
I
gonna come
it's
up out of that, but that is definitely, and it definitely does uh play a factor.
it
And
does.
because some of us do not take care of ourselves because we used to taking care of other people. I'm not talking about, I don't know if that's this woman's case, but just in
Mhm.
general, we're so used
Cause
to
you
taking care of other people that sometimes we mismanage ourselves.
Mhm. But the reason why I said that is because the the youngest one doesn't look to be older than 3.
Mm, mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying, though, there are certain things that go, because I had to tell my son, because he was talking about his daughter's mother. Ain't nothing wrong with her. She all I said, son,
Mm-mm.
that's
Yes.
not true. But she was on the phone talking to her friend, laughing and stuff. I said, a lot of people deal with stuff different ways. If
Yes.
she doesn't want her friends, it might not have been that friend that she could talk to like that. So yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
gon' play it off. But you being her mate, she's supposed to be able to be vulnerable with you.
Oh,
And you're supposed to understand because she just had your baby.
Sean, this is a whole this is a whole show.
We gonna leave it
Don't
right
make
there.
me
We
go
go. That's
in.
it. Cause we gonna.
My
That's it.
God.
But it's a. Mm-hmm.
Some men, they do not understand.
Mm-mm.
When you
Mm-mm.
have a child, you just walk close to death and survived. And your hormones all out of whack.
And your body then went through 9 months of.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. That's gonna be our next one. So y'all
Okay. I'm
know
gonna
what
leave it
the.
alone.
That's yeah. But that's already on the. That's first on the docket for 2026. See, Courtney, you.
Ooh. Ooh.
We gonna
Let me
get you.
say
We
this.
gonna get you on your show. I
Let
don't
me
know
tell
when
you
you
this.
going.
I am most comfortable being in conversation versus talking
Okay.
to the camera for myself. I'll be very transparent about that.
Okay. I get that.
Most
I get that.
comfortable.
I get
But
that.
talking to, by myself, because I said it before, I was doing IG live called Chat with Friends, and I would interview different people
Okay.
and stuff like that. And so I was saying it might have been on St. James's Live how the anxiety of the numbers used to take me up through there. So,
Yeah, and
but
see with that, I'm gonna tell you that, and then we going because we had been
okay,
kept going.
right, right, right.
Your live numbers can sometimes discourage you, but people do go back and watch. So
Mm-hmm,
never let the live numbers, because a lot of people have live numbers, and we don't know whether they live for real or if they live bots or if they, so never let the. And again, if don't but 10 people,
mm-hmm,
you've reached somebody. It may not be for everybody. That's why I say everything is not for everybody. So
right.
never let the numbers because sometimes I might have 3 people on and then I wake up and look and it's 100 and something views.
Mm-hmm,
So I just don't let nothing stop you. If you just want to come on and you go on for 15, 20 minutes,
mm-hmm.
just do it. Just just do it.
All right. I'll be
Yes, I'm
definitely
a
thinking about it.
grandbaby. This my grandbaby right here. This my book of boo.
Oh, let me see.
That's my butt right there.
Oh,
I love her. I love her. I love
too
her. Yes.
cute.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
Yep. So y'all,
Thank
we
you,
gonna get out of
Sean.
here. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank
Thank you,
thank you
Courtney.
everybody in the chat for all the
We
love. I
we
appreciate it.
and you done been spoken to a few times now.
Yes. I will be praying about it for sure.
All right.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye bye. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Tarsha, for coming up. Thank you. I am Courtney. It is always a pleasure to have you guys. And like I said, this her edition, it ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over. We just getting started. We are just getting started. So I thank y'all for sticking with us for this long. Again, this is my last show for 2025. 2026, if it ain't no proof, it ain't no I don't care. I don't care. If don't nobody come out with no paperwork or no nothing showing that Karn, I don't want to hear no what ifs about and I'm not interested. I'm not interested. If you got a recording and you ain't playing it, I'm not interested. If you got receipts and you ain't showing them, I ain't interested. I'm not. Talking about other content creators, I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. My spiritual hygiene is going to be real good in 2026. See y'all. I'm out of here. Thank y'all again. Thank y'all again. I'm gonna post some, I'm gonna go and find some of my YouTube stuff right now. Well, not find it, but I'm gonna post it just to take out the new year. So you guys have a good one. If you have not hit the like button, please hit it on your way out. Again, I'm not in 2026. The Cash App will be pinned. Other than that, I ain't saying it because I'm not here for money. I'm here for awareness. I appreciate the donations because it keeps what we need to keep bringing stuff going. Everything costs lights, water, gas, internet, everything costs. That's the reason not to live off of. I'm not living off of. So, again, if you do, that's fine. You know how I want y'all to support the biggest way? Like, share, and subscribe. That'll do it for me. I'm out. Bye bye.